All right, peace, everybody. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to get in here, man. What's really good? Peace to everybody. We'll wait for some of y'all to get up in here. Got my Malcolm X on. All right, I'm just gonna wait for some of y'all to get in here. Only thing I'm asking y'all is to hit that like button and share that I'm on. Gladly appreciate y'all. That's the notifications. All right, man. Please make sure that you share that I'm on. I will gladly appreciate y'all. Damn, that is crazy right there. All right, y'all. So anyway, listen, we're gonna go through a nice thorough breakdown of the relationship between Jay-Z and Puffy Diddy. So we got quite a few videos we're gonna go into. Only thing I'm asking y'all, I'm not gonna do too much talking. We're gonna get right into it. Please make sure that y'all share that I'm on. Please share. Please hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. Now, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen the interview. I guess the conference that Alex Spiro had. So if you had seen it, please press 1. But I'm gonna play it's like a half an hour long. I'm gonna skim through it and get to the meat and potatoes, basically the answer, the questions, the answers at the end. But he does break it down pretty good, and there's some other videos that we're gonna get into concerning the character of Jay-Z. And we see how you see that his lawyer is basically saying that yeah, they did business together, but they are not friends. That's pretty much how he sums it up, that they are not friends. And we all know that is not true, but we can see some of the conniving, or that we will look at on the outside looking in, as some really shady things. But let me ask this question: do you think that he should put his family, his brand in danger in connection with Puffy, knowing those allegations? Again, before I get into the video, y'all know that his high profile lawyer, Alex Spiro, is the lawyer or the attorney for Rock Nation. Pretty sure some of y'all know. If y'all don't, then hey, now you know. But Alex Spiro does represent the Shakur family as well, that is suing, basically representing them on filing some criminal charges as far as Keefe D is concerned, in the Diddy connection to Tupac's death. So that's kind of crazy. And Jay-Z is not like, yo, that's my man's though. Like, you know what I mean? That's my boy Puffy. You represent me and my corporation, and you represent the Shakur family, who's gonna bring him down, or basically want to know what's going on. Did he have connection to Tupac's death and everything? So evidently Jay is cutting ties. He's cutting ties. It's basically what it is. But we're gonna get into his history as well. No shot, no shade to Jay-Z. I got respect for him too, but there's some things you gotta question. So with no further ado, I'm just gonna play this little snippet and then play the actual conference. Let me just play this little snippet first. All right, hold on. I got so many windows open, so y'all gotta give me a second. Let me make sure y'all can see that now. All right, y'all can see that? Cool. All right, it's a snippet though.
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this, but make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything, since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate the two of them, he didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
We're going to keep it pushing. Just wanted y'all to see that. Let's get right into it. We're going to get right into the conference. Everybody, all I'm asking is please make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all share this live. If you haven't shared the live, please share the live. If you haven't shared the live, please share the live. If you haven't shared this live, please share the live. If you haven't shared, please share. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit it. Gladly appreciate you. We're gonna get it right in. I ain't gonna be doing too much talking tonight. We're gonna get right to business, and then I'm getting the hell up out of here. Let's get it. This is actually pretty good. So again, for those who haven't seen this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play it. Then we're gonna get into Jay-Z's background and the connection between him and Diddy and other things. We're gonna go to his son speaking. He did a new interview. Jay-Z's illegitimate son. So it's a quite a few things we're gonna run into. That's why I'm not gonna do too much talking. We're gonna get right to this shit. All I ask y'all to do is hit that like button. If you haven't shared, it's not gonna kill you to share. Let's get it.
Whether something occurred, you have to look at different pieces of the narrative. The location, where it happened, the witnesses, who were they, what did they say, the details. Details are very important in time. So we start off with the location. And according to their complaint, after approximately 20 minutes, she arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway and a gate. There is no such location in New York, 20 minutes from Radio City. It does not exist. There is no such location. We don't know whether they created a location in order to try to get jurisdiction in New York so they could bring this case in New York, or whether they just didn't do their homework. But any New Yorker knows there is no such location. Beyond that, this was supposed to have taken place at Mr. Combs' after party, according to them. When you look at the homes associated with Mr. Combs during that period of time, and even not during that period of time, none of them matches. He had a townhouse, he had a house in the Hamptons hours away, and he had homes in New Jersey, but not at that time. None of the homes work, the location doesn't work, because this never happened. And again, when you really bear down on the location,
I'm sorry.
Whereabouts,
I'm going to say this, and I swear to God, I'm going to let this rock. I just wanted to answer this real quick. The chums there, they will go into a West Coast beef like they tried to do with Kendrick and Drake. That's the old style detective work, or play them off each other. That is a great point, but I have to add on to that. If anything, Jay-Z allowed his lawyer to say that, so that means he agrees. So Jay-Z should be smart enough not to put that out there. So he's actually, I don't want to say being a pawn, he's probably actually the king or the queen or the rook or the bishop on the chessboard that is making sure that move is being made. So it can't be necessarily the lawyers. Jay-Z is a grown ass man. He knows what's going on. So at the end of the day, I agree. However, Jay-Z agrees too. You know what I mean? But let's continue. That's it. Let's go.
You realize, because of there's photographic evidence and witnesses are coming forward, that Mr. Carter was at a commercial establishment after the VMAs. He wasn't at a house. Unfortunately for them, they needed to create this house in order to create the narrative. But he wasn't at a White House that did not exist. And this is a photograph of him at a location after the VMAs. So as we can continue through this, Jane Doe does not say that the assault happened at a commercial establishment. She can't. That wouldn't make any sense. Yet they stand by it. They double down. They triple down. White House. The White House doesn't exist. And then we get to the witnesses. And I think at the outset, everybody has to remember that in 24 years, not a single witness has ever come forward saying this happened. Quarter of a century. Think about that. She says she's at the party alone, this 13-year-old girl, and she finds herself in the room with the three most famous people at the party. Just think about how unnatural, how little common sense that makes. And according to her, one of the witnesses is a female celebrity who's just standing there watching the repetitive rape of a child. That celebrity does nothing, says nothing, reports nothing. And in fact, they won't even identify her. According to them, there's an adult female in the room watching the rape of a child. They refuse to identify her. So then we continue. And you look, and there's celebrities that she says she's mingling with before. Afterwards, she says she runs out of the house naked. runs out of the house naked. None of them notice that. None of them pay any notice. For 24 years, none of them has said anything. And so she's just asked in this interview, she's asked, well, I mean, celebrities are recognizable people. Surely you can tell us one celebrity that was there. Just give us one name so that we know this happened. And she says, okay, Benji Madden was there. And she wants to conjure up religion and say, I'm religious, I remember his tattoo. She looks and remembers so vividly the tattoo and the conversation with Mr. Madden. Well, Mr. Madden wasn't there. He already said he wasn't there. His tour schedule said he wasn't there. And he wasn't there because this never happened. None of this ever happened. And you keep going, and you ask yourself, well, who is this complaining witness? She does not come forward with her real name. She proceeds under Jane Doe. There's no report to the police. According to her, she never tells anybody for 24 years. Not one person, not alone in the car for 5 hours at home, on her way home. Not one person, not a diary, not a family member, not a friend. Most people, when this happens, there's a need to tell somebody. We call these prompt outcry witnesses. In most complaints like this, people tell somebody. She says nobody for 24, 25 years. And then we get to the details. And I want to make sure this is clear. When people make up an account, whether intentionally or their mind is playing tricks on them, they can always get that core part of the story right. They can just keep repeating it over and over and over again. This is what happened, that core part. But they're always going to mess up the details. When something isn't real, when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong because you weren't really there. And so she starts with her story about her friend that dropped her off. Okay? This drive of over 5 hours, the friend would have had to have gone 10 plus hours to drop her off. Because she's got to get there. If this is real, she's got to get there. But guess what? This friend of hers, she doesn't get out of the car, right? Think about that. She's just leaving a 13-year-old girl alone in Midtown. She doesn't even want to get out of the car. She came all that way. There can't be a witness there. She can't have a witness there because this never happened. So as you keep going, you ask yourself, but how did she end up in the car in the first place? And so she creates this story. She says, I snuck out the window, right? But now we know she came from Rochester. So she would have been sneaking out of the window at 3 in the afternoon, in the middle of broad daylight. Never heard of such a thing, defies common sense, doesn't make any sense because this never happened. And so she tells this story because she's got to create a way that she gets out of the house and ends up in New York City. And as we keep going here, the friend that implausibly leaves her there, there's then some pressure on that part of the story because it doesn't make any sense. And so the lawyer is asked, well, just produce the friend. And so he has to find somebody that can make this work. And of course, as soon as he's pressed, they find somebody who they say is no longer alive. They can't corroborate it, and there's nobody to talk to. Okay, and if we could keep going. Next slide. So she then gets there, right? And she has this vivid tale of watching it on a Jumbotron. It's in her complaint. Clear as day. There was no Jumbotron that year. Okay? I don't know whether they were Googling images and found the wrong year. I don't know whether she's just making it up out of whole cloth. There is no Jumbotron. In fact, they didn't even get a permit, according to the police and the city, for the Jumbotron that year. So that didn't happen. None of the details are right because this never happened. If we can keep going. And then she says, I'm knocking on the doors and the windows of limousines and VIPs. Of course, that doesn't work either. If you look at the video, photographs, that whole area was blocked off. We've spoken to numerous people there that were in security. No one could have gotten anywhere near those cars because this never happened. She gets that fact wrong. And you know the whole story about, of all people, she knocks on Puff's window. 13-year-old girl in Midtown by herself. Just think about that. Think about how illogical that is. Keep going. Again, this is Eminem performing in the streets. No Jumbotron. All the cars barricaded. Her facts don't check out because this never happened. If we keep going. So what ends up happening then, and this is important, is her.
I don't know why the picture is like blurring out. I mean, it's looking good now. I think it's their shit. I'm not sure if it's mine. I don't doubt it. I doubt it. I'm not sure. But again, for those who haven't seen this, press 1. I don't want to bore people. For those who already have seen this already. So if you haven't seen this, press 1. For those who've seen it, press 2.
Original account in the original complaint says that at 9:30 or 10, she's told to wait there to get a ride to the after party. Okay? That also doesn't work because there's photographs now of Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter at commercial establishments in New York after the VMAs. So this narrative of at 10 o'clock she ends up at this party can't work. They got caught.
All right,
So
cool.
they
I'm gonna let
changed
it rock.
in the amended complaint that there's this multiple drop-off and pickup that lands them at this White House that doesn't exist. So as we continue, this is again her account of trying to change the story into.
And this is my first time watching it too. It's frozen on its own. I'm just letting y'all know that.
This multiple drop-off period to get them at the house to deal with the fact that there's photographic evidence that that's not where the after party was in the first place. And so as this account continues, you have to look at the timeline. You have to look at the timeline. So there's an old expression that time doesn't lie. Everything else that I'm talking about, these glaring inconsistencies, these are not minor inconsistencies. These are not minor problems with this story. This is utter falsehoods. Time never lies. And so if you look at the time, no matter what, this couldn't have happened. It's not even possible that this happened. And this is so important. So again, now that we know that it's a 5-hour drive in each direction, how she gets to the VMAs, okay, we're going to talk in some detail about this White House and whether or not they could have gotten there. And then again, Doe returns home to Rochester, okay? And this is very important. Because she returns home, she has to leave the New York area by 1:30 in the morning at the latest, okay? If you look at any of these White Houses and you look at the closest gas stations that could be to any of these White Houses, you have to leave this White House party by 12:45 in order to get to the gas station at 1:30 to call your father to pick you up to get home to Rochester at 6:30. So remember, she only has till 12:45 for everything that she says to have happened. The VMAs end at after 11. So you're talking about a window of a little more than an hour that this could possibly have happened even by their own account. And she says, during that little bit more than an hour, not only does she get to the house, not only is she inside mingling with celebrities, she has a drink, she's then sexually assaulted in front of an adult female multiple times, she gets out of that, she fights through it, she leaves the house naked, she gets all the way to the gas station. She had 37 minutes to possibly do this. Okay, even under.
Now, can I interject real quick, because I do have to interject because this is YouTube, but I'm gonna make mine real quick. But like people are saying in the chat, this man should have brought this to court. I mean, this is looking like a masterpiece already. Like, he did his work, and Jay-Z was like, "Nigga, if you don't put this shit together," and he definitely put this looks very masterful what he's doing. But why not in court? I guess for the simple reason to have them dismiss this case, and they're gonna sue them. I don't know, but this shit should be Exhibit A, Judge. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, well, you can approach the bench type shit. But this is a masterpiece. That's what it's looking like. Let's go.
Their account. Okay. And of course, the biggest problem, perhaps of all, is there's photographs putting Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at different places, not in a White House during that 37 minutes. So when I tell you that it's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true, it's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened. So we talked about this 37 minutes. The earliest, even if we didn't have that establishments. Remember, this is innocence on top of innocence. Even if we didn't have that, according to her, the earliest they could have gotten to the house is 12:11. And the reason for that is, if the VMAs end and the drive is 20 minutes, the driver has to go there, drop them off, come back, pick her up, bring her back. She can't get there. And again, this is lickety-split. This is as fast as is possible, okay? This is no traffic leaving Radio City in Midtown during an awards ceremony. 12:11. She has to leave that white residence by 12:48 in order for her father to pick her up at the gas station. 37 minutes. That's the entire window of opportunity here. So Here again is the timeline. Shows the 11:11 VMA's end, the drop off, the pickup, and the drop off. Next slide. And again, here we are. You see the 37 minutes. This is the 42 minutes it takes to walk. This is the closest gas station. And this is, remember this is a 13-year-old girl walking who has issues, who is maybe drugged according to her, who's just been viciously raped multiple times, who was holding her own clothing trying to get to a gas station that she had never been before. Okay? No map, no cell phone, no nothing. Straight line, it's 42 minutes. Okay? The story doesn't work, it doesn't check out. Okay? This never happened. Next slide. These are all the things that they claim happened in that 37 minutes. Okay? And again, 37 is giving them every benefit of the doubt as how long this window could be. Every benefit of the doubt. But here's an even bigger problem. There are photographs of Mr. Carter and Mr. Combs at commercial establishments during the 37 minutes. They're not there. Even if you try to come up with the fastest possible timeline, I'm talking about no traffic, nobody getting in your way at the door, right to the bar kind of timeline, it still doesn't work. Because they had to leave Radio City, they had to go to the commercial establishments. Mr. Combs is photographed at 2 different commercial establishments with Jennifer Lopez, 2 establishments. They had to go to both of those establishments and get back to the White House. Get back to the White House before she has to leave at 12:30. None of this can work. And in fact, and I think this is very important, you will notice in the photographs that Miss Lopez changes clothing between the 2 events that they go to in New York City. You can see in one photograph she's wearing one outfit and another. So she had to be able to, in this 40-minute window, get to multiple events. They're seen drinking, socializing. She has to change outfits, change her hair, all within 40 minutes to get to that White House in time. And you're saying to yourself, so that's not possible. You're right, it's not possible. It's because this never happened. And then we get to the end. She kept running until she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her, allowed her to use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts. And this is a very small thing, very small. But remember, when you leave house and you're 13, you have to have a story. You either have to sneak out and not have a lie, or you tell your parents a lie. Sort of 2 options, right? Earlier, she says, well, I didn't tell my parents a lie, I just snuck out the window, right? Here, she says, well, I lied. See, do you know what that means? That means she's lying even within her own story. They can't both be true. And I said earlier that no witnesses have come forward in basically a quarter of a century, except for one. Now there's one. Her own father. The person who knows her best. And he came forward too. And he said, you know what? This never happened. This never happened. And his attention was drawn to it. I feel like I would remember that. And they said, but you've got a lot going on. Maybe you forgot this. You've got a lot going on. They told him, listen, you've got a lot going on. Try to see if they pressed him, if he stuck to his story. He said, yeah, I have a lot going on, but that's something that would definitely stick in my mind. Of course it would stick in your mind. You drove 10 hours to pick up your 13-year-old daughter in New York City. It's not something you would forget. It's not something that he did forget because this never happened. And of course, just like the friend that couldn't be there at the beginning, you can't have a witness to something that never happened. When asked, well, what did you say to your father in the car? What did you talk about? Nothing. She says not a word was spoken. There can't be a conversation because this never happened. And so, you got to ask yourself what's going on here, right? And you all saw that videotape of her being interviewed in the shadowy room. She's holding a teddy bear. She's talking about her issues, her head trauma. She's been through a lot in her life, you can tell. And so, who took advantage of this? Why are we here? Why is this story getting created? And I'll tell you who took advantage of this. This lawyer took advantage of this. That's what's going on here. And you can see here, now that this is starting to unravel and the truth is coming out, he's starting to walk away from it. He's saying, oh, sorry, this case was referred to our firm by another firm, so I didn't really check it out, is basically what he's saying, right? He brings an accusation like this, attacks a man with the integrity of Mr. Carter, and all he has to say for himself now is, well, I didn't really check on this. I got a referral, trying to make a little bit of money, so we just went live with it. Next. Here is again the timeline that he went live with. In the face of this irrefutable, time doesn't lie evidence, he went live with it. And again, it doesn't work. This 37 minutes, it does not work. It does not work because there's photographs. There's photographs. You can find them on the internet of them. They're changing clothes. She's changed clothes. Do you know how long that takes for her to go to 2 events, change clothes, get inside, have drinks, they're socializing, they're not popping into these events. To then get back out into the suburbs somewhere at a house that doesn't exist? It's not possible. Actually not possible. He is for sure innocent of this accusation.
Can I say something real quick? Because I see some of the people in the chat. Please make sure you share too. But if someone feels like they are trying to persuade the people's opinion in Jay-Z's favor, and I say that respectfully, no shots or anything, but I'm just reading the chat. If that's the case, do you think what he's saying and what he's presenting, those actual dates and times, he is showing exactly where they were? Because those times are documented. You know what I'm saying? Being at the Radio City and all these other establishments, is he's with J-Lo. So, and they are basically crunching down the time with the estimating the times. If she was there, this is the amount of time that she needed to, to go through all of that and then run all the way down a couple of miles to the gas station to call her father and things of that nature. And here's the thing too. Hold on. Here's the thing. Where is the clerk or the person in the store that gave her the phone? Maybe that person has passed on. Who knows? This is 24 years ago. But the only thing I'm saying is, where's the evidence? The main one that should be backing her is her dad, and he don't recall. And any person in their right mind, if you have any kids, mothers or fathers, you will remember that situation with your child. You know what I'm saying? So come on now. But let's keep it pushing. Goddamn. All right.
Next slide. But this lawyer, he doesn't care about things like this. The only other person he's brought a complaint against for just mere association, merely being at a Sean Combs party, he's already been wrong about that one too. He had to change that one. If you look at the next slide, he got the year wrong. He said there was a party in the Hamptons. Mr. Combs was in Saint-Tropez at the time. Didn't check out. 2 claims, neither are checking out. If we could keep going. And we have this, individuals calling my office telling me story after story, and I'm not going to get sidetracked. People think I'm going to start saying, explaining he's a grifter and all these things about him. I'm not here to talk about him more than I need to. But there's people calling the office saying, yeah, they were being pressured to say stuff, to say that they were with Mr. Combs. These are affidavits. They're filed in court. This is what you're dealing with here. Next slide. And so this is who took advantage of the woman in the shadowy video. He gives a press conference, 1-800 number, and he claims 2 days after posting that press conference, 2 days, that he has 120 fully vetted plaintiffs. 120. Anybody that does this for real, anyone that knows what they're doing, knows to corroborate, to interrogate, and to be sure about even one person takes weeks. One person. You've got to find out if their story makes sense. Did they really get dropped off? Does any of it check out? Is there corroboration? Are there any witnesses? It takes weeks for one. He had 120 in 2 days. When he files these cases, he doesn't even enter his notice of appearance. He just has some other lawyer file them. He holds these press conferences. He says, listen, anybody out there, just call the 1-800 number. If you can put yourself anywhere near a Sean Combs party at any point, we can go after the other celebrities there. We can make money together. Just call the 1-800 number. That's all you need to do. And then we'll send a letter to the celebrity. They're not going to want to have this in the public light. and they're going to be shaken down and they'll send us money. So he just called a number. And Mr. Carter said no. He said, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to put my foot down, and that's what he did. And I would urge any other celebrity that's being shaken down right now to do the same thing and to stand with truth. None of this ever happened. And what this 1-800-LAWYER is doing, he's taking the justice away from this. He's destroying this opportunity and the voices of real victims, and it's got to end. So, are there any questions? Yes.
One question.
Sure.
So for the people that are calling your office, I'm assuming if it's not dismissed, like worst case scenario, and you guys move forward to try and show that everything you just told us, what evidence are you guys submitting other than the accounts they're giving you over the phone? Like, do any of those people calling you have like emails between them and Buzzbee or text conversations where they're encouraging this stuff?
Yeah. So let me divide that question into two if I can. We expect the case to be dismissed. If it's not, eventually this will all crumble because it can't possibly have happened mathematically. You don't even need witnesses. They don't have any witnesses because this never happened, and you don't need witnesses because the time doesn't work. Just there's literally photographic evidence that proves that this could not have happened. In terms of what's going to happen to Mr. Buzzbee for this racket and everything else going on, time will tell. But this is how things unravel. Yes, sir.
Now, time will tell. Why wouldn't you just sue him? That, like I was just saying earlier, is being done. I like what somebody said in the comments, because I'm writing a lot of stuff down too. Is to win public opinion. That could be so too. So it's like, if this man is disparaging your name, your family, your legacy, even when Blue Ivy is being the voiceover for Mufasa, and for one of the characters, I think it's Mufasa, whatever the one is, please don't kill me and everything like that. But and all this stuff come out right before your daughter's movie and things of that nature, and you just doing this publicly just to show them it's impossible to beat this timeline instead of suing. Why wouldn't you just sue them? He just answered that question. Time will tell. So that don't mean he's not saying he's going to sue. So I mean, he did a good job with the PowerPoint. I said that too when I was looking at it, because I used to do PowerPoint slides as well too. I'm like, he got the PowerPoint slides. But anyway, let's continue. I ain't gonna talk your head off, but again, everybody, please hit the like button and share. God damn it.
Who is Lex Intelligence, and has your firm ever hired them in connection with Tony Buzzbee to investigate Tony Buzzbee as he's alleged?
I don't know that firm, don't know those people, and the answer is no.
So this might just be an extension of the first question, but you said that there were people calling saying they were being pressured to say that they were with Mr. Combs. Can you elaborate on that, please? Are they calling you to say if they're being pressured?
Yeah, there was a witness that came forward that contacted my office and submitted an affidavit in court regarding this that accounted for what occurred on that day, which was they called the Buzzbee firm. They said they had an inquiry. The inquiry had nothing to do with Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter, or any of this. And the people at the Buzzbee firm said, well, why don't we try to push this in the direction of the Combs case? That's a better decision in sum and substance. That's a better way to go here. This individual refused to do that, contacted my office and signed and then an affidavit was submitted to court. Yes?
You mentioned the letters that Buzzbee's been sending out to unnamed celebrities in relation to these Combs lawsuits. What were your interactions on behalf of Mr. Carter before he was renamed in the amended complaint?
Well, after the letter was received, we obviously knew this was completely false and we weren't going to be shaken down. So the efforts were nothing because there was nothing to discuss in any meaningful way.
Do you know who the Jane Doe is, like her actual identity? Has there been like research into that on your end?
Yeah, because it's a fair question. Because she's been blacked out in the video and because a court has not unmasked her in court, I'm not going to get into her identity. You will notice that I did not get into some of her issues. I don't want to. It's really sad in many respects, and I don't want to get into that. So I'm not going to unmask her here today.
Has the accuser tried to reach out to Mr. Carter before, or any of his camp, or anyone?
Not to my knowledge. Yes.
Buzzbee indicated that there was a second alleged victim. Has he given any notice that he's pursuing that claim as well?
No, and I would hope not after what's going on here. Yes.
You mentioned in your recent filing on this docket that you were intending to file a motion to dismiss. What's the timeline on that? Are you working on that?
Yeah, so we did file a motion to dismiss the day after this was filed.
Right.
The Rule 11 letter, which basically says that a lawyer is not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to not vet a claim and file a false claim in court, or it needs to come down. The way that that works, and it's a little technical, is that the court has to allow you to file faster than you should otherwise be allowed to file. So we are hopeful that the court will respond today, and we will file that. If not, there are other things that we're going to do to bring the truth to light. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Are there any witnesses who will be corroborating Mr. Carter's testimony that he was not there that night? Or is that sort of what you're hinting at, that if necessary, you will provide those people?
Yeah, I mean, it's like asking to corroborate something that never happened. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of people that are going to say there was no party at the White House, that put all of these celebrities where they're already put in photographs in different places, not at a White House. Remember, according to her, all three of these people, I mean, you all have seen the photographs, I mean, on the internet, and I just showed you some. All three of these people would have had to have been at this White House together, alone in a room. Just think about that. Alone in a room with this 13-year-old girl at exactly the time that they're in commercial establishments. So I mean, there's no proof better than time. But of course, there are going to be people that are going to say that they were all out that night and nowhere near a White House, and they went to an after party to a commercial establishment, and this is all fantasy.
If this case is dismissed after that, are you guys decided definitely to file anything in addition, like an information lawsuit?
This issue with a lawyer taking advantage of the situation is going to be dealt with. I can assure you. And I think sort of stay tuned. I think the first thing today was to make sure that everybody understands. This is not an account of inconsistencies. I wanted everybody to understand that this never happened. This is completely false. And then we'll move forward from there. Yes?
What is Mr. Carter's account of that night? Does he say he was at multiple locations, just that nightclub, Lotus nightclub that he was photographed at?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into sort of privileged communications and talk too much about that, but I will say that he was not at any house or any location. They were in New York City. They were at commercial establishments with lots of people around, and this is obviously completely false.
How's Mr. Carter feeling?
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this. They would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Is your firm investigating Buzzbee, talking to people around him as he's alleged in some of his legal suit, in his suit against Twin Emanuel?
Yeah, that suit went nowhere, as you saw. And what happens when people bring frivolous cases and run rackets like this is, of course, we're asking questions. I've got people contacting my office telling me chapter and verse about him. So we don't shut off the phone lines. I'm listening because I'm trying to figure out how this is allowed to proceed like this. Yes?
He posted a photo on his Instagram of 3 men at a door of his client, suggesting that investigators came and said that they would pay $1,000 for plaintiffs to file a suit against him. I mean, do you have any connection to those men that he photographed? Do those men have any connection to Quinn Emanuel?
Zero. Okay. I don't know whether it's completely false or not, but zero connection to those people. Have no idea what that is. Don't know whether he made it up out of whole cloth. Don't know if he's trying to distract from what he's under now. But no, there's no truth to that. Anything else?
Sorry. Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate the two of them, he didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say. Yes?
In the original filing before, it was amended, and even after,
I'm gonna bring that one back.
Celebrity that even chose in the room. That woman celebrity, whoever that is, has there been any other people that may have been with Mr. Carter or even up that night that have reached out to you guys just wanting to know what is happening, just so that they can prepare for kind of even a fight back like Jay-Z is right now?
Well, we know other celebrities have received letters, and we've spoken to other celebrities that were there that night that say this is what they know about this. This makes no sense, couldn't have happened because they were all at a commercial establishment. So I hope that answers your question. Yes?
Was there a specific amount of money or something specific that was demanded of Mr. Carter in this demand letter that was sent to you before the complaint was filed?
There isn't a specific number that has been demanded.
But did they specifically ask for money?
In the demand letter, what did...
Yeah, so I've been asked this question before. People like this,
Buzzbee.
they don't send demand letters out to not get money. That's all they want. Okay,
Yeah.
This is not for truth and justice. This is for money. So the request was to sit down and talk about a way to resolve this matter, and we all know what that means.
And that's the problem right there. I want to show y'all something. Let me find it for y'all, because what he just said about Buzzbee, Harvey from TMZ asked him the same question about lawyers such as him and other people that do the same thing. He agrees to that, and he's doing the same thing that he's doing with Jay-Z. He gave him a demand letter to demand money, even though he know this case is frivolous. It's just the point that he thought Jay-Z was going to back down, like Puff. It said, here, take that money. Just, so, Jay-Z's a big name. It comes out, everybody like, damn, you know what I mean? They be like, yo, hey, take this money and shut up. So he thought he was going to do that play. He was going to do the same play Cassie Lawyer did. Let me find it. Hold on. And then we're going to get into the breakdown of Jay-Z, period. Hold on. Can I find it? Hold on, because I saved a lot of stuff. Give me a second, goddammit. That's funny. Damn, that's crazy. Hold on, damn, that's a lot. Hold on now. Blue Ivy is looking right here. Here we go. Blue Ivy is growing up to be a pretty girl, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was killing her, saying she looked like Jay-Z and shit, man. You know what I mean? With the nose and everything. But she's a beautiful girl, man. Salute to her, man. You know what I mean? But let's go. So this is the main thing right here. Check this shit out. This is what I hate about fucking Twitter for some reason. I don't know why it does that. Like, I don't know why it does that, but just hold on. I got to scroll all the way down again because I'm going to play all of this, show you most of this. Some of y'all probably seen it, but it's going to be most of everything that you see right here. And then I got some on Instagram that I want to show you and some more YouTube videos before my time runs out. Come on now. Come on. She's beautiful right there. Salute to her. Salute to Blue Ivy. Come on. I don't know why this does that. I really don't know why this does that. I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna try one more time. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But I just basically said what he said. Nobody ever get at Jay-Z for hitting that woman. I know y'all remember that. Fuck. I just want to play that. Hold on. Let me do it slow. I don't know why it does that, but that's Twitter. All right, it's playing that. Hold on, it's coming. In the breakdowns of his lyrics, that's kind of suspect too. Hold on, man. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sun came out. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta listen to that. Hold on. Oh boy. It's not my fault, y'all. It's not my computer. It's Twitter that does that. This is a brand new fucking computer, family. Hold on. Let me see if I could just, because I want y'all to hear it. It just shows the greediness of Buzzbee. Real, very, very greedy. My phone about to die. Very, very fucking greedy. Real shady. Very shady. Hold on, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all really have to excuse this. I don't know why it does that, but y'all, listen, man. Look at that shit. You see that? Unbelievable. But Buzzbee basically answered that fucking question. This is it. I'm a little bit pissed right now. Not that pissed, but disappointed. Let's see. Let's see. We seen that she breaks this down to. This is unbelievable. But check this out, man. This is weird. This is weird. I hate fucking Twitter. I don't know. Does this do that to y'all? I can't see the chat. If you're on your desktop, does this act like that to y'all? I don't know, man. Only Twitter does this. But check this out, man.
Who is Sean approved from the world of entertainment?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
I got some more shit for y'all.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay,
that should be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me Sean.
So I mean, I really don't even have to go into all that because we already know that him and Jay-Z is friends. Always been friends since '94. They was friends before Big was dead. When Big passed, them niggas was literally they became closer because Diddy knew the game. He learned business from Puff. I mean, we all know this. That's I put in the title. Will Jay-Z kill the world to save himself? I think he would. Because Jay-Z, that's your man's in them. We gonna get into some shit though. That's Jay-Z, that Puffy's your man. You using your lawyer to represent Shakur's family that's gonna press criminal charges against Diddy and Keefe D to see if Diddy had any links to what's the name's death, Tupac Shakur's death. So what he's doing, like any other celebrity, they're going to make sure they cut ties and not destroy their brand by being connected to Puffy. So Jay-Z is just cutting niggas off. I mean, you can't. Anybody in the industry will literally step back and step away, even if they wasn't at them parties, but they know Puffy, or they took pictures with Puffy. To protect their brand, they are going to back the fuck off. So Jay-Z is doing what he's protecting his family. He's protecting his brand. You know what I mean? He got skeletons in his closet too. We about to get into all that. We about to get into that. Let me stop talking now. Let me see what Shorty got to say. Let's get into this.
Accuser has recently come under scrutiny
It's
because they say they're
allowed. We already know she's allowed. It was something else that I had of her. She was kicking some shit. Give me a second. She was kicking some shit on this other one. Give me a second. Hold on. And people keep getting this thing wrong right here. He wasn't turning down his Jay-Z's hand greetings. He was about to fight somebody. Somebody said something to him. Jay-Z was trying to stop Denzel. So I don't know why people keep going for that narrative, which is not true. It's right there in black or white. Like, goddamn. And people, that's what I'm saying. Like, anybody can just get fooled by a caption in a video. Like, look at what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Look at Will. Is that like Will Smith? That's not Will Smith. But look, let's just go through this real quick. We know that they are friends. This is for the slowies on the short cheese bus that don't know the history. There's a lot of pictures with them. They have a lot of history together. They broke bread together. They had parties together. I remember I showed y'all the video on Rumble where Beyonce, Pharrell, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kevin Hart at Diddy's party. I showed that shit a few months ago. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. Jay-Z is more calculated than Puff. Right now, he is cutting niggas off. He's done with Puff. It's a wrap. Because he knows he might be on something. He might be making sure that he's probably spending so much money with them big wigs and those elites that may have been there too. Make sure you get those fucking tapes so we can edit everything that will not incriminate me, my family, or my associates, and da-da-da-da-da. You know them niggas definitely have fun together. And I don't want to say they've been digging in each other's peanut butter. I'm not saying that. Who knows? There's some stories flowing. And it looked like they made a joke about what they're gonna do later on that night. I don't know. He's been around for the whole ride. For the whole ride. They've been friends since '94. Dead presidents. When they shot the Monopoly scene with Real Money, that's Big, that's C's, that's Puff, AZ, Jay-Z, Biggs, Dame. All them niggas sitting at the round table. This is a 95, excuse me. That's 95, 96. This is Reasonable Doubt. So we talk 94, 96. When Reasonable Doubt came out, I think it's 94, 95. They've been cool since then. So I know we know that Shapiro, he gotta do what he has to do to protect his client, but we all know him and Puff is very cool friends, and they both may have done a lot. Come on, man. You was there at the beginning with those parties in those big fucking beds out there in the backyard and stuff in those parties. You come on, son. You know, just like they say about the what's the name, Sue, the Obamas. Let's not get, you know what I mean? Let's hear this real quick. Hold on, soldiers. Let's hear this. Fair use. Hold on. Shout out to my.
When Jay was going after B, was a very young woman. Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the winter time of 6 or 7. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there. And he rented this house, and we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to be like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenager.
Mind you, let me say this. This guy was Jay-Z's roommate at 560 State Street. Jay-Z at the height. This dude at the height of his football career. Is it football? I think football. Yeah, football career. And they staying in the same crib together? It was rumors flowing around. Yeah, man. Yeah, they both got money. Why y'all sleeping in the same crib? But I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it pushing, goddammit.
Latin girl that was there. And I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework. But she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving children. Winter campaign that we shot.
And it's at some very nice mansion.
I say something why is on my mind, because you make a good point. I just want to make this, I just want to say this though. My boy Brooklyn the Cali said, hold on, damn, I just had it. He said all these niggas over or something got principles after the fact. That's true, because it's like you seen it, you was indulging in it, you may not partake in it, but you did nothing about it when you know that your morals kicked in. Is like, yo, this ain't right. We got these little girls here. Remember that girl that did the interview, and she was talking about they had 13-year-old girls, young girls in there, dressed as those Japanese characters and shit like that, like like a Barbie doll, like a doll or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that. So it's like, but let me say this on the flip side. There are people in our neighborhoods where we come from, and we know those older dudes that like them young ones. Niggas still give them niggas pounds to say what's up and bust each other down on a cigarette or pass a blunt to them. You know what I mean? Some niggas know like this certain person like the little young bitches, but still smoke weed with them, still may play ball with them, play PlayStation 4 with them. You know what I'm saying? But nobody does nothing about it. So we have to look at it. Or I'm not pointing at like you per se, my dude, Mike. You know I fucks with you, but just the point of sometimes we have to look at it where is that? Maybe it wasn't on purpose that they didn't say anything, or I don't know. But I'm just trying to look at it from the flip side of everything. But anyway, we're gonna keep a goddamn pushing. But this dude that's speaking was Jay-Z's roommate at one point. Like they was, from what I'm gonna say, allegedly. Everything is alleged. We about to go into some videos too, right after this too. But y'all was roommates at 560 State Street. Both of y'all at the top of y'all game. Y'all got money. What's going on, man? I don't know. Y'all do y'all remember when Young Buck got caught with that training and I interviewed her, him, them, they, the pronouns like 2 times? Y'all remember the video when he was sitting in front of her? He was like, "Suck dick." I remember that shit. I don't know if they were saying that in that house. I just don't know. I don't know what kind of sword fighting and helmet bumping that was going on there.
Somewhere in Colorado.
I just wanted to say
up
that.
in the mountains somewhere.
And
Abby Johnson,
Beyonce is sitting relatively close to you, and there's a child there. And this is after 11 o'clock at night. And she says, "Doesn't this look sexy?" Beyonce, the singer.
I ain't gonna lie to you, yes.
And the reason why I believe you, I'm not gonna put a name to this.
My nigga Mike don't fuck with nobody.
They get you out there and they float little test bubbles out there to see if you bite. I've been in that situation. I'm not gonna name names, but it was a prominent sports media figure that I had a social gathering at my apartment in downtown LA, Apex building, probably 20 people inside my apartment. And someone tried to engage me in a conversation about, can't you understand why older men find 14 and 15-year-old women attractive? And I was like, no, I really can't. And then they followed back up, and I was like,
that's insane, man.
And then I just walked away, and I made a mental note like, hey, this person is on some different shit, quite frankly. And
I'm gonna leave that one right there because we got some videos to look at. Can I just say this too before I play? Matter of fact, we're gonna go to his son too. I got like 4 videos we're gonna check out. Let me cue that up right now. But can I just say something? Like, I can't do it. I cannot look at a girl that's like 14, 15 years old and want to fuck them. There's a female on my job. Her sister always comes to the job. Actually, she work at Hardee's. I'm not even gonna say her name. She's 16. She looks, even though she's 16, she looked like a little fucking 14-year-old, but she's 16. So I always talk to her like a big brother. I call her little sis. Every time I see her, she be calling me and say, like, come and give me a hug, give her a hug and all that. You know, I be trying to tell her, and I can't say too much. I be like, yo, I had to ask the other night, I'm like, yo, you fucking? You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing things like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, because I'm telling her, yo, make sure, because she graduated, stay in school, all that. I speak gems to them. I don't be trying to stick my dick in them. And I got 2 daughters, man. So I'm not even just playing. I don't look at young girls like that, man. It's I don't know, man. I just can't do it, man. For people who like shit like that, y'all niggas is crazy. Cause somebody gonna be doing that to your daughter. We all know our grandmothers. My grandmother had my mother while she was. My great grandmother had my grandmother at 16. She was pregnant at 15. Literally died at 17. My beautiful grandmother. I just got my brother Bug's obituary yesterday. So that Bug is hung up right there. My grandmother and my mother. So all of them is right there, man. I love you. All of that. But what the fuck I was just about to say. See, I hate that. I hate doing that sidebar shit. It's gonna come back. Y'all know how I get sometimes. But yeah, I forgot. I gotta stop this shit. If y'all can remember, y'all just give me the first few lines. I totally forgot, but god damn it, I'm sorry. Y'all know that shit. I'm getting old, god damn it. So kiss my ass. It's gonna come back. Let me play this video. See, I do too much, but I don't care. If y'all can remember a little bit, I forgot. All right. Wait. Hold on. No, right here. Here we go. Hold on, because now is resetting. Hold on. I'm only gonna play a little bit because this is Tasha K shit. I'm not playing around with Tasha K. She probably flagged my shit. I don't know. I fucks with her though. Hold on. Now I gotta move it again to the exact point. So it's 24 minutes, and I'm gonna do right there. Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. I got you. Oh yeah, my coworker, right? I would say some of my goddamn coworker, but but I can't see myself looking at no little girl. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Like, let me just say this. It's gonna be quick. My great grandmother passed away. My great grandmother passed away while she was 16 years old. So this is 1934. She was 16 years old. My great grandmother, 1934, because my grandmother was born March 13th, 1934. She was 90-something years old when she passed, 91 when she passed, or 91, something like that. But anyway, my grandmother had my mother at 16. My mother had my brother Bug at 16. So we understand that cycle of men getting these young girls pregnant. So we know the story. So that should happen in your family too. A lot of y'all in here right now had kids at 15 to 16. So you know what I mean? But I can't do it. I'm sorry. But let's go. Enough of me talking. Y'all know I can talk my ass off. Now let's go to everybody. If you haven't hit that like button or shared yet, please do. It ain't gonna kill you.
Any other name or any other person or the family would say.
Fair use, Tasha K. I don't want no smoke with your crazy ass. Just want to play a little bit. Just a little bit, motherfucker. That's it. Not that much. Let's get it, goddammit.
You saw your mom with this person, your mom was doing this. She was, I would have, I would have really sat there and I really had this conversation with my mom. Mom, before we go out there and you can say any of this, like, listen, you can tell me, Mom, like, honestly, I won't be upset. This is when I was older, before, I'm not going to be upset with you if you don't know. Tell me, let me know, Mom, it's cool. Like, right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. We'll find another way. But for her to constantly stay with this person and keep, I'm telling you, son, like, I won't lie to you. It's nothing. I'm like, oh, what am I so in denial for? Like, what am I in denial for? Like, what is she? It's nothing she did to me or told me wrong my whole life. So, what am I so? I don't know. And I think that's just what the family was. I don't think you should do that behind her. But when she did it, it just showed that she just standing on her word. Like,
because she helped you to, like, she was supporting you in your.
She about to say the age in a minute.
And everything, saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
Wait, hold on, I missed it. Uncle Charles, I got you in a minute. I got you, Uncle Charles. Hold on 1 second.
They can say, back then.
Hold on.
Me too.
Because she helped you to, like, she was supporting you in affidavits
in court
and everything, saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
And she was 15. Let me bring it back.
It's nothing she did to me or told me wrong my whole life. So what am I so? I don't know. And I think that's just what the family was. I don't think you should do that behind her. But when she did it, it just showed that she just standing on her word. Like,
because she helped you to, like, she was supporting you in affidavits in court and everything, saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
And she was 15. I know it was around this mark, or it's probably a little bit further back. I don't want to play too much of her stuff because I don't want no smoke. But she was 15. But I'll play just a tad bit more and go to these other videos. Excuse me. Uncle Charles, I got you in a second.
And they can say, back then, it's kind of like how, I guess, things went, but 15 and 22.
There you go, right there.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like, if you look at, like, even Beyonce, like, he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19. You know, and then there's the Foxy Brown piece too. People have
that's crazy.
And Foxy was 15 and he was like in his late 20s and stuff. And so
I don't know what they be doing behind the closed doors, but I can tell you, man, like I can't. Look, I'm only here for the truth. They could have been got this out the way.
Yeah, but for him, because he's such a big brand, for him to say, yeah, I was in my 20s, because you know they're rolling shit back years now, like. So for him, it's like it's
I'm
not
about to end this.
like a good time, but at the end of the day, like you know, we got to do the right thing.
Yeah,
and it's not like you said you want money or nothing.
Yeah,
like
I was never after that. That's what I'm saying.
You just wanted,
basically this analysis was that's how I just wanted, and it's basically how they did it. You know, the courts, like you let the courts, you up here screaming Black Lives Matter and all that. You just let these courts and these lawyers just do anything in your name. So it's like the Supreme Courts need to be fixed. These lower courts need to be fixed. It's like it's a game. We going to.
I'm gonna leave that one right there. I'm gonna go to another interview that I could probably just play with him because he just did another interview with I think Popcorn Planet or it's something Atwood. So I'm gonna check that out in a few seconds. Let me get Uncle Charles up on here. Let me open the floor real quick for Uncle Charles. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get crazy ass Uncle Charles. And me and Uncle Charles, like I told y'all, we about to turn this shit up in a minute. We gonna turn this shit out in a minute. And my nigga, he gonna get on camera. I just spoke to him today too. My boy gonna get on camera too. My nigga, Uncle Charles. So we about to do. It's gonna be called A Word from Uncle Charles. You know, like well, I've been said it, but we is etched in stone. So top of the year, we gonna fire this shit up though. But you know, like the Paul Mooney shit on Dave Chappelle show, something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's definitely worth that because he's funny in the motherfucker. So hold on, Uncle Charles. I'm about to put the link in there right now. Give your thoughts. Then I'm out of here and I'm gonna stay here for another hour. Stop at what? What you mean? CEO Lil Boss Lady. What's up? Sean Atwood. Thank you. Beauty is me. What do you mean, CEO Lulu Boss Lady? Are you coming? I think you came in here before. I'm not sure. I don't know. But if you coming in here with the negativity, I'm not saying you are. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember. But we're going to get you up out of here fast. But I hope not. So salute to you. And I don't know what you mean. I don't want to be extra. But anyway, Uncle Charles, man, hit that link, brother. Let me pull this up. Hold on, because I got a couple of things. Hold on. All right, let me X this out too, because I don't want. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta play that for y'all. You know what? Let me get his son out the way because I definitely want to play that. This dude breaks it down really good. But let me play his Jay-Z's son, just probably like 5, maybe 10 minutes. Hold on. Let me pull that up for y'all. Everybody that did not hit the like button yet. Yeah, Sean Atwood. He was on Sean Atwood. If y'all have not hit the like button yet, it's not going to kill you to hit it now. Please hit that like button. I will gladly appreciate you. Please hit that like button. Please share. I will gladly appreciate you. Thank you in advance. All right. Hold on. I'm pulling this shit up. And what I'm going to do, take that down. X that out. All right. Hold on. I might play the big homie CC. Salute the big homie CC too. Damn, man. Yeah, interviewing him, you got to spend some bread. That nigga hot like fish grease right now. Salute to him, man. I fucks with him. Let me share my screen. Oh, they got Uncle Crazy Ass Charles. Let's hear Uncle Charles first. Uncle Charles, what you want with your crazy ass? What's up?
What's up, Mike? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's get it.
Oh man, let me tell y'all something, man. This thing with Jaguar and Jay-Z, this thing is on about one thing: some goddamn Wayne. That's all it is. See, Jay-Z was known back in the neighborhood back in the day. He was known for having Godzilla in his pants. and she got a little bit of the Godzilla, and all of a sudden she don't fucking freaked out because he been giving her the Wayne. See, whenever you see a female and she just go out to another man, go out to a man like that, oh, he did this, he ain't no good. Usually he don't gave her the Wayne. This is what it is. Let's just be real. He had Godzilla in his pants, and he let Godzilla out, and he was shooting flames, and she got most of the flames, and she got burned. This is all it is. See, Jag don't really hate Jay-Z. She just mad because he won't give her none of that meat no more. That's all that is. See, I'm going to tell you something. People need to understand that Cool Pappy and that Wayne is very powerful. I mean, Dynamite couldn't do that with that goddamn Wayne and that Cool Pappy. And I'm going to tell you, especially if you're laying it down right, that's what I'm talking about. As far as anything else, the only person is going to get out of trouble is Jay-Z. But Puff Daddy ain't going nowhere. Nigga, when you don't put mayonnaise, peanut butter, jelly on folks' backs, nigga, you ain't finna go nowhere no time soon. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's the way it is. Let me tell you something. You just don't get a chance to run up in people, and all of a sudden now, you forget what the fuck you done. Like Kellen, like Winslow on that dude off the Family Matters. He went up in him, ran all up in him like the bus stop. That's what he did. Ran all up in that man's stomach, and then his mother gonna come out of the man. I don't know what you talking about. No, nigga, you know what we talking about. You know Diddy put some furniture up in your stomach. You know he did it. And see, he trying to get out of it. And they should have never asked that nigga a question. They should have never asked that nigga a question. You know why they should have? That nigga opened his mouth. That nigga had some summer teeth. Some over here and some over there. You know, if he went up in the Family Matters guy, you know that nigga was different. Ain't nowhere in the hell you go up
Winslow, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I smell it. Go ahead.
Woo. I'm telling you, he ran up in his ass like some flowers. I'm telling you that right now. He gonna try to, I don't know what y'all talking about. Get that nigga. He know what we talking about. Stop that nigga. He know what the fuck we talking about. Now, you know Diddy ran up in you. Because the dude said he came up in there and he said Diddy was all up in that nigga's spine. And he was all up in, and you know, you all up in the spine. You ain't gonna stop no time soon. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. These niggas running around here. These niggas know they got peanut butter on their back. I'm coming crunchy Jif on their back, and you just can't whop that shit off. Let me tell y'all something, and y'all better know something from Uncle Charles. You can take a handful of water and throw it against the wall, and that bitch will drip, but it won't smell. But if you take a handful of shit and throw it against the wall, that shit gonna stick, and that shit gonna smell. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's the way it is. Let me tell you something. Jaguar is all cheap. The only thing wrong with Jaguar, she need some wing. That's it. Some good wing, and I guarantee you she'll go back to singing.
Now she got a husband. Jaguar got a husband, man. So I'm hoping he's hitting that.
The thing is what I'm saying is, if you, I'll put it this way, Mike. Mm-hmm. Now follow me now. Mm-hmm. If you had $3 million, your ass went to prison, and you buried that shit in a field somewhere, nigga, you ain't gonna forget about where that motherfucking money is.
Hell no, I be thinking about it.
Okay, he buried that wing in her, and she forgot where it was, and she know where it's at. She just can't get to it. That's all that is. So you might be able to go out there and dig that hole up and get that money out, and you go on with your life. But it's far different when you trying to go get that wing. It's far fucking different. And see, she's trying to dig it up, and she knows she can't get it, she can't reach it, and now she done went motherfucking crazy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Jag been running from me for weeks. She been running from me. She been running from Uncle Charles. But I will find you, Jag. I will get you.
You trying to smash that? You trying to get that?
She don't want no parts of me. I don't know why. I think she just freaked out when I mentioned her name, but it ain't about that. I want to see. I'm trying to dialogue with her. I'm trying to get her over this. Let me tell you something. I don't just crack jokes. I also indulge in counseling people, and on the side, ghetto counseling. It might not be what you want, but it's gonna be what the fuck you need. It's what it is. And she don't want my counseling, and she knows that I'm gonna bring her to the table, and I'm gonna talk about Jay-Z and that thing when he got in his pants that keep dragging the ground. She know what it is. She know what the fuck.
Now, hold on. Somebody gonna say the big pause for the pauses. Cause you talking about his Godzilla, and that ain't none of my business now. But Pause. But go ahead now.
Yeah, not baby Godzilla, but the main one. See, this is what she upset about.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me
Any two times you take your shit out and the grid go out and everybody lights go out and can't nobody eat no motherfucking dinner, nigga, we need to lock you the fuck up. This is what she missing. She want Jay-Z and Jay-Z don't want her no more. But I keep telling Jag, you got a hell of a voice. You know how to put. I just watched it in concert yesterday. She top notch, but she letting that shit fuck with her. That Wayne, that missile, that swiper, that damn rocket launcher. She can't forget that motherfucker. And this is the problem with Jay. I need to tell her, you can come to me for counseling, and we can try to get you over to Wayne. And you're gonna have to go through a few things and do rehab and try to and move on with your life. But if you can't let that Wayne go, if you can't let that pool stick go or that police bat, if you can't let it go, you're in some fucking trouble. You're not gonna get. Let me tell you something. You know where he at. Well, they know you trying to get some more Wayne. She know. Beyonce know. But Beyonce, she holding it down. Beyonce jumping off chandeliers on that Godzilla. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm talking about doing flips. You think she part of a gymnastics team? You ain't gonna be able to get to that. Now why she doing all that? You fucked. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's what it is. It ain't what it's supposed to be, Mike. Now talk to me.
Now let me say this real quick because I want to ask you about the young girl in this Jay-Z allegations. But first, I want to say this. Like I'm gonna reach out to Jag probably tomorrow because I got something set up for Wednesday. 2 people, but they don't know that I want to get both of them on the same panel, and I want to see if Jaguar Wright get on as well too. So I'm going to do all of my due diligence. I'm going to look. That's why I said everybody send me everything. It's a lot of stuff that I already looked at. I looked at her live tonight, this evening. When she was talking about that phone call from TMZ, so I watched most of it. But then I'm still writing scripts for this movie and shit. So I zoned out today. I did real good with writing these scripts today, but I want to see if she would get on the panel Wednesday because I'm off Wednesday and it's with some people that she's going back and forth with. Yes, so I want it to be a respectable. Hopefully it'll be respectable. I'm gonna moderate it right if she agrees. So none of them know that I wanted to do that. So I'm just saying it now, and hopefully that works out Wednesday. So I'll see. But go ahead,
Mike.
I said enough.
Let me just say this to the brothers and sisters, the queens and kings in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. This you don't understand what's on the verge of what's finna fucking happen. You couldn't understand what's finna happen. Mike, right now you are in a position to put one of the prolific people on your radio, on your set right now with Jaguar and Uncle Charles. You put us together, I will follow the guidelines. But see, let me tell you something. I am a comic by nature. Mm-hmm. I don't have to cuss. I don't need to. I don't perform at the comedy club in Hoover. I don't perform in nightclubs. And everywhere I go, I sell the fuck out. It's what it is, bro. And that, you know what that come from? That come from people like you. That come from the Trigger Man show. See, I'm a close over there too. And then I go on boxing shows. Man, let me tell you something. My shit don't went full circle. Right. I ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm telling you, Mike. You put me on there with Jaguar, and I'm telling you, it's going to put you in a whole nother realm, brother. And I'm going to tell you that. But it's up to you. I'm going to leave that responsibility up to you because I don't have nothing to do with the technical part. But me and Jag need to come together on your show, and we're going to give you the best shit you ever had. And I'm just being real with you, baby. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I see what's good, but I don't chase people, but I would definitely lend out the invitation to see if she comes on and that and things of that nature. And I'll bring you on too. So I mean, if it happens, it happens. There's nothing I can do. But I'll definitely extend the invitation. You know what I'm saying, to see if that's of course. But I'm gonna make it do what it do regardless because I ain't swearing people. But I would love to collaborate. I like collabing. You know what I mean? I always like collabing. But a lot of people,
yes.
But hold on. But here's the thing about collabing. Some people always try to take it as competition or somebody trying to whatever. So I don't like the mindset that our people have but I like collabing. You know what I'm saying? So if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I ain't chasing anybody. I'll make it happen on my own. But I see what's good.
Well, see what's good, but see, I need people to up north. My brothers and sisters. Let me just say this. I love New York. My brothers and sisters in the Bronx, in the Boogie Down Bronx,
About to go to the
all
rack.
in Queens. They know me up in there. They know me up in that motherfucker up in there. They know me. They know Uncle Charles is coming with the real shit. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know the dozens. They don't know how to play the dozens. You can play the dozens nice or you can play it dirty. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. But let me just say this. Let me say this, and I'm gonna get the fuck on up out of here because I just got off from work. I'm hungry and I need to dive in this motherfucking tub. Let me tell you something, man. Oh, let me say this. I want people to understand that we live in community and we love information. We want information to be right. We tired of the lies. We want the real shit. And one thing about my brothers and sisters, they know when you bullshitting them or not. Let me just say this. I'm gonna say this real quickly. We got a white guy up the street there, 53 years old, and he cut his grass in the nude. He's an exhibitionist, and we got motherfucking tired of it, and we decided to go down and report it on his ass that this motherfucker come out there cutting his grass with his swinging from left to right, from here to there. And we went down there, and the police came out and talked to the motherfucker. And the next day, the motherfucker come out in the morning, buck naked again to his mailbox. Well, this is what I'm saying. We don't went down and reported on you. You don't, and now you coming out here Salisbury naked, and all of a sudden now, you know what this motherfucker did? He went down and made a report on us. You made a report on us when nobody wanted to come up on you. Nobody wanted to talk to you because you was goddamn church chicken naked. But in the end, it was what it was, Mike. It was what it was. He tried to put it on us, but he the motherfucker that's naked. He the one that's swinging his wing from one end of the yard to the other. And it wasn't us. It wasn't us. But we got that motherfucker shit the fuck down. See, this is what we do. We find the truth, we deal with the truth, and we shut you the fuck down. And all I need you to know, Mike, you can count on me, and I got your back, bro.
Absolutely, man. You already know, man. But this last question, and you can close out. What's your thoughts about the allegations thus far with that young girl and Shapiro? Well, Jay-Z's lawyer Shapiro has basically poke holes in the lies at his conference today. What's your overall thoughts about the young girl and Jay-Z, and will he be going to jail or whatever? What's your thoughts?
Jay-Z is not going anywhere. I'm gonna tell you why. The NFL have come out and said they got Jay-Z back. When the motherfucking NFL, which is a multi-billion-dollar organization, come out and say we got Jay-Z back, all I can tell motherfuckers is the motherfucking run. That's what the fuck Jag better do, because I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna have to drop the charges because listen to the story. The story makes no motherfucking sense. It makes no sense at all. You mean to tell me all that went on in one day with a 13-year-old child? No, nigga, no. And nobody said a motherfucking thing. I want to tell Jaguar, do you know how fast a Jaguar run? 53 to 60 miles an hour. Well, you better put that to the test because Jay-Z is not going to keep on taking shit. He's going to come after you, Jag. And I'm going to tell you something.
I think that's what he's going to do, too. I think they said he's going to sue her, but go ahead.
He's going to come after you. It makes no sense. It makes no sense like me going on the back end of a package store and drinking with some goddamn niggas on the back of the package store, and you get this corner. No, nigga, you get that corner. I don't know where your mouth been. It's just like that. It's fucking makes no fucking sense. I'm a family man. Why the fuck I need to go and drink wine with some dirty ass niggas? No. And she need to end her reign. Let this nigga alone. I understand he put that swipe on you, but you're gonna have to get over that. You're gonna have to get over that. And I'm gonna tell you something. That wolf gonna have to look for something else. I'm gonna tell you that right now. See, when you got that wolf and that motherfucker howl when the moon is out, ooh, Lord have mercy. Somebody better have something longer than the highway to get that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Jag need to leave Jay-Z alone. Jay-Z, let me tell you something. You don't fuck with a nigga with some thick lips like Jay-Z. And I say this to all the ladies out there. If you want to pull up tonight and you want to kiss somebody, you want to kiss a man, kiss Jay-Z with them thick ass lips. Your ass won't come up motherfucking air. I can tell you that right now. Leave Jay-Z alone. He got backing from the NFL, and now the tide has turned. Now it's all on his court. Leave him alone, Jag. Let the Jews and white folks deal with Jay-Z. You can't deal with him. He up on a level you'll never get on. Leave that nigga alone. And that's all I got to say.
Amen, Uncle Charles. It's always a pleasure, man.
Yes,
Next
sir.
week.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Crazy ass Charles. Yeah, man. So with that being said, we're gonna keep it pushing. Got a few more, and then we're gonna bounce. Let's do this. Oh, let's put this back up. Are you still there, Charles? Or are you trying to get off? Which one? You good? You good, Uncle Charles? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gone. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna do some things with Uncle Charles, and let me make that a pause. Cause you know how we are. What the fuck is that? What y'all gonna be doing? All right. Damn, the wrong one. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. Cause he ain't know how to get off. Come on, baby. All right, let's hear a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then we'll get the fuck up out of here. He definitely like Jay-Z, man. He got the nose and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Little shape up ain't gonna hurt. Goddamn, I'm saying that right now. But I'm on the plane, but let's go. Oh shit, I ain't here.
Sharing your story right, man.
And I thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you for having me really on and just, just letting me tell my truth, because that's what it is.
What states did you grow up in?
Yeah, she
I grew
definitely
up in
looking crazy.
North Philadelphia.
And what was that like?
I mean, I could say I had a lot of good times, but also it was rough.
Fair use. Salute to Sean Atwood and all that stuff. All right, make sure y'all subscribe and all that.
But I say life is rough, so I had a lot of great times with family. Meeting a lot of friends and just growing up, learning from different people and just.
Excuse me.
I honestly I'm trying new things. Philadelphia really was a city of just I say bravery, because it helped me just try new things and push past levels. Far as it helped me get my school was rough, but it taught me that when you really put your mind to it, you can make it through anything, because it's a lot going on down there as far as killings, but it's also a lot of great things and great people down there that's really helpful and really can support you.
Yeah, I got in the mix with drugs in Arizona, and I ended up serving 6 years. Yeah, with ecstasy. So I know how tempting it is for young people to get involved in that kind of lifestyle.
Yes, it is.
How did you manage to navigate getting around that?
Well, I just had a supportive family, and my mother, when she was here, she supported me, whatever, and everything I did, uncles, aunts, they always was there for me, helping me, just push through anything. Is that support system always helps. I don't care who you're getting it from, have friends, and it's just, I've seen a lot of people, as you could say, get pulled into the community doing far as crazy things like, the negative part of the community, selling drugs and all that, and just to get by, and just doing a lot of crazy things that, it's not illegal, that's not legal. But in them type of communities, it's really hard when you don't got no leaders and no one there to really, guide you in the right direction. So it's like, when you do have leaders, I stuck by them. I learned from a lot of different people, around the world, not just from Philadelphia. I love to watch a lot of people who I thought was leaders, far as history people, far as Black history.
Yeah, the Black History stuff.
People, and not just Black history.
But I don't know the marker where he talks about Jay-Z. I'm just gonna play just a little bit, and then there's another video I want to play. And then if anybody want to jump on the platform or whatever, and that's it. I'm closing out. All I'm asking is y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't. If y'all haven't hit the like button, it don't cost you anything. Y'all don't donate as it is. So a like is not gonna hurt. So please hit that like button if you haven't hit it. Thank you in advance.
If it's like, it does have me doubtful, but I still want to know who my parent are. If that's my parent, I always want to know my parent, right or wrong. I'm not saying that I'll support him with any negative he does, because if you do some negative, you definitely deserve to get punished for it. I do believe that, and I don't mean punished like, but if you're doing wrong in the world, whatever comes to you, you deserve it. But I can't hate nobody, so I wouldn't say it changed me, but it does have me looking like what is going on up there in Hollywood and there with all these rich people.
I want to find the marker.
All right, so the next question is from Kaza. And this touches on something that I heard you talking about actually in the interview you did 2 years ago. Have you ever contacted a girl who claims to be Jay-Z's daughter? Because I think that lady suggested to you, the podcast host, she said that you could perhaps source DNA from her and do a test that way. Was that ever pursued?
Yes, I actually talked to her a couple times. Lakeisha, I actually was talking to her a couple years ago. Everything was seeming great, we was communicating, and then the communication just stopped. I don't know what happened. I can't speak on her behalf, but whatever happened, the communication stopped. But we was talking. We did take an ancestry test. I took an ancestry test, and whatever happened with it, I sent it back. Sent all the results back, and we never got anything. I did put that in one of my interviews from Ancestry.com, so I did take a test with Lakeisha. I don't know what happened with it or where it's at, but this is something I did, and I'm not, everything I'm telling you guys is the truth. I can get on a lie detector test, and you guys, anything you want me to do, but I don't know why she stopped talking to me. She just did, so.
Well, can I just say something just for my clarity? If you do a DNA test from ancestry.com, and I believe he just said that they both took the test or whatever, but he don't know what came out of it. So let me just ask this question: wouldn't he be able to reach out to them and get the results? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not saying that he didn't get the results, but whatever the communication that they had is like it has been cut off. But from what I hear, that Jay-Z got in touch with her. Now she has a house on a goddamn waterfront. Paid her off, made her rich. Because she did take a DNA test, and she is, Jay-Z's daughter. So did Jay-Z pay her to cut her own brother off? Like, why you can't make it right, Jay? At the end of the day, the allegation's gonna be out there. Yeah, it's gonna be like you was 22, she was 15. But if you stand up like a man and man up on it and take care of your kid, that's gonna override. That's still gonna be a stain on your reputation. However, if you stood up like a man and take care of that boy right there, Ramir, and own it, take care of him. The lady has passed away, so she can't speak no more. She's no longer here. She joined the ancestors. But if you stand up as a man, nigga, that rumor or the allegations or what is to be true, you having her while she was 15, that rumor, that's just gonna die down. Give it 72 hours, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Nobody ain't gonna be talking about it no more. Why don't you just, it's gonna come back to haunt him at some point in his life, whenever that comes back up. But we will look at that you stood up like a man at 55, 56 years old, took accountability, take care of your son. You claim him as your son. You do the things that you make up for all the times that you miss, like real man shit. So in all reality, if you don't, you rather not be this is allegedly, if this is your son, you'd rather not do the stand up thing, the right thing to do for you to look like a man, instead of letting this child suffer or go through what he doesn't really have to go through, just because you don't want to hear somebody saying that you preyed on a young girl. What's in your past you can't change, but you're a grown man now, and that's what matters. And you can make this shit way better than what it is, and people will give you more. You will gain more than just a bad reputation if you step up to the plate. He will gain more. And that's the thing. Jay-Z, you smart enough to understand that. So take that test. make up for times that you lost, change his life. You don't have to make it all public. Then you going like, hey, yeah, I'm with my son, and do a fucking CNN one-on-one interview with Gayle King or somebody. You don't have to do all that. But it will help you more. It will help your brand more than just denying this dude and let him go through what he's going through. So that's kind of fucked up, man. Play a little bit more.
And I don't know what happened with the ancestry test, or I can't sit here and create something that I don't know. If I don't know what's going on, honestly, she just stopped talking, and that's the last time I heard from her. She wanted to do a test with me, and it got sent to the house when I was in Jersey. I don't want to give the address we was at, but it got sent to the house. My godmother, she told me this is what I needed to do. I pulled it out. You know, I had to spit in it, fill it up to a certain line, shake it. It came with 2 different tubes and all that. I put it in a box and shipped it back off, and never heard anything else.
And I've never seen a photo of her. Do you guys have resemblances?
I wouldn't. I mean, I would think so. I did see a couple photos. I would say I look like her in some ways, or she looks like me. But I can't fully say that. I don't know. So it just would be me, in my opinion.
All right. So Tina's asking,
I'm gonna give it 4
what
more
will it
minutes,
mean to
and I'm gonna
you
go
to
to this
know
other
your
video
identity?
and get up out of here.
It just help me get closure, for my kids, and that my mom not here no more. It just helped me get closure. That's it. It just helped me get closure. I'm already doing everything I need to do. I'm pretty sure I can do more, as it's always something for me to learn or do better. But
Yeah, from my mum's story, Tina. If you heard it earlier when I was on the live, she was adopted and she found out, and it turned her world upside down. But she spent decades trying to find out her parents and understand her identity. And to not know your identity, and most of us just take it for granted that we've got parents, we know who they are, and to not know your identity, it is such an overwhelmingly large part of your life. It affects everything. Would you say that's correct, Ramir?
yes, that is correct. It really does affect a large part of your life, with you just walking around,
That's a
not
good
knowing
question right
who you
there.
really from or who's really your father, but it also fuels you, to go out there and actually want to do better and help people in the community that don't have fathers and children that's, need help.
You got a lot of questions coming in about, your legal representation. Poppy is saying, have you found new legal representation since the Tasha K interview, especially with the issue regarding your godmother? And also, Marie is suggesting you contact Tony Buzzbee to get him to help you get the DNA test. What are your thoughts on these?
I'm open to all doors, and thank you guys for sharing. So I definitely would contact Tony if he's willing to take me. I'm definitely here.
Well, you know what? I can perhaps arrange that, because I've had him on the channel, and also in the lawsuit that Jay-Z's people have countered Tony Buzzbee with, they're actually citing the interview that he did on this channel, trying to use it against him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's in the legal paperwork.
See, a lot is going on. A lot is going on.
All right,
Yeah, they're watching everything.
I'm gonna leave that one
All right,
right
so
there.
question here from Gun.
Hold on, I'm gonna leave that one right there, and then I'm going to, everybody, please let me know if you hit that like button. Please share. Appreciate you for the algorithms. It will be gladly appreciated. All right. Please share. It's not gonna kill you. Please share this live. Please share this live. Please share this live so other people can see it and to be in the algorithms, because that helps. So let's go here. Make sure this is pulled up. Yep, that's still pulled up. Let me X this out. Let me see what I got on Twitter, man. Let me see what else real quick. I got like 40 minutes. No, excuse me. How many minutes I got? And I like it just like this. I got 20 minutes and I'm out. So I really like it like this. Perfect. 2 hours even, and I'm ghost. No, nothing above 2 fucking hours. I like it just like that. Hold on. Let me see something. Hola, soldiers. Hola. Come on, son. Hold on. I hate Twitter. What's going on? All right, boom. This is what I wanted to show you earlier. God damn, now it's working. Hold on. One more. Oh my God. God damn it. There we go. Right there. Miss Trinidad, always working.
Game here to exact money for fear on the other side that they're going to file a lawsuit.
I thought his response to you was stunning. Here's what Tony Buzzbee said.
I'm curious what you think about that criticism that, you know, you put enough embarrassing things in a complaint or say you're going to, and it forces a settlement and it becomes almost, that's the game. What do you say about that? That's a criticism I hear on the other side.
No, it's a fair point. I mean, the system is the system. It's a gulag, if you will. It's a tough process, and we always make an attempt to resolve these cases without the filing of a lawsuit. That's just what we try to do. And
is that kind of
you hear from the horse's mouth? So that's exactly what this dude does. That's exactly what he does. 102 other complaints. That's been over 3 months ago. Where are they? I heard, if I'm not mistaken, I heard Jaguar say some weeks back that Tony Buzzbee did get some help some of the victims get money out of it. I don't know the proof, so I'm just going to use that as allegedly. But you can see that's a tactic, what he's doing with Jay-Z, because he sent Shapiro that demand letter and was asking for a disclosed amount of money. He didn't give a specific amount, but that's what they asking for, that so this shit could all go away. That's the tactic, a scare tactic. And Jay-Z was not backing down. So it is what it is. And to me, Buzzbee, his reputation sucks. But any motherfucking who. Let's play a little bit right here, and then we get in the hell out of here. Come on now.
Town South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z.
Witnesses say that Jay-Z allegedly plunged a knife into Rivera's stomach and smashed a bottle over his brother's head before running out of the club.
I saw Unn laying on the ground and just, like shouting like Jay-Z stabbed me, and I'm like, what? Like,
was Jay-Z the one that actually stabbed you?
Jay-Z has been a crook for a long time. He grew up in a toxic environment, and at the age of 12, he shot his own brother. Into adulthood, he got into even more trouble. This is a dangerous man, and the truth needs to be told. So let's get into it.
I did not know I was going to see him, but okay, but no disrespect or anything. That's just pop from the screen. But salute and fair use, and please subscribe because I don't want no trouble.
Probation. Here's a scan of Jay-Z's mugshot profile, and as you can see, that is Jay-Z in the mugshot, and he doesn't look happy.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night.
No. That's not the video. I mean, it's probably good, but I didn't know. But let's see something real quick. No, I think this is us, right? This is it right here. Come on, bitch.
How y'all make any decisions about Jay without me? I bet you Jay don't know I wasn't invited. I bet you that.
Email, now we discuss things through email. Jay's not on Def Jam. Jay's on Rockefeller. Y'all not better than me. I want somebody to explain it to me. I ain't get no calls about nothing. Nobody in this room's better than anybody in my staff.
The reason? Jay-Z was preparing to sell his share of Rockefeller to Def Jam in exchange for a massive payout and a new position as president of the label. Jay-Z had come to a realization. He was both the talent and the business, and Dame was no longer needed. To fully grasp how Jay-Z outmaneuvered Dame Dash, we need to break down the business structure behind the deal. Jay-Z, Dame, and Kareem Burke sold off their remaining shares of Rockefeller for $50 million. But what Dame didn't know was that Jay had already cut a side deal with Def Jam. With Kevin Lyles stepping down as president, Jay negotiated a brilliant move by securing a $30 million payout to become the head at Def Jam. And, as a part of the agreement, reclaimed ownership of all of his master recordings released under the label. Basically, Jay-Z had hustled Dame Dash in a cutthroat deal which lost him millions of dollars. The only part of the deal he lost was not gaining full control of his first album, Reasonable Doubt, which Dame still owns a part of to this day. As Rockefeller evolved into more than just a music label, the tension between Jay and Dame grew, as Jay would hustle Dame a second time for even more money. In 1999, Rockefeller launched Rockaware, transforming the label into a full-fledged brand embedded in hip-hop culture, with fans purchasing both music and clothing. For Dame, this was hard to accept, because he had always prided himself on not having a boss, but Jay's new position at Def Jam made him exactly that. Eventually, Dame left Rockefeller to start Dame.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I just actually checked that it's been close to 300 people in here, and at one point, and it's 2:06 now, and it's 135 likes. And I've been saying throughout this whole live, respectfully, please hit the like button. I don't know if we have some real special people in here, and I understand that. I hope that you get the help you need. But it really don't take that much just to use your finger and hit that like button. It's that simple. All I ask for the likes, it helps for the algorithm. So can you please hit the like button and see my every time I say it's like it go in one ear out the other. I don't know if y'all need help. I know I do, but not that kind of help. Hit the motherfucking like button. That shit ain't gonna kill you. If you don't like it, why you here? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, don't just sit here. Just get the fuck out of here. Hit the like button. That's all I'm asking. Fuck the bullshit.
Dame Dash Music Group, which ultimately flopped.
For
In
damn
the
near
final
2
bid to
hours.
severitize, Dame sold his stake in Rockaware for $22 million, but just 2 years later, Jay-Z flipped the brand for $204 million, leaving Dame out of a potential $30 million payout. Despite the lawsuit from the buyers of Rockaware, Jay won the case, walking away with another $15 million. Once again, Jay had outplayed Dame, the man that first believed in him, leaving him with just his share of Reasonable Doubt, a piece of Rockefeller's legacy that, as recent events suggest, might soon slip from Dame's hands as well. Today, Dame Dash faces a slew of legal issues, specifically over unpaid child support, and it's landed him in a difficult position. He's now being forced to auction off his remaining share of the only piece of Rockefeller that he has left, the rights to Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's debut album. The auction is set for next month, and Jay-Z will be in a position to potentially own his entire discography soon. This legal battle has spiraled into a series of lawsuits, and by 2024, Dame's last 33% share of Rockefeller will be up for grabs. However, Jay-Z won't fully reclaim the rights until 2031, when the 35-year copyright rule allows him to challenge the ownership under termination rights. Still, Dame isn't backing down without a fight. In fact, he's even hinted at the possibility of selling those rights to Drake just to spite Jay. In this story, we see how Jay's ability to turn every business move into a personal win often comes at the expense of others, and highlights how his climb to the top of both music and business was fueled by sharp strategy and unapologetic hustle. But he didn't stop there. Just a few years after his departure from Def Jam and Rockefeller, he launched yet another business venture, further expanding his empire.
Yeah, let me address that, and I have to stop looking at the negative. I don't need you. I like doing what I'm doing, but I'm just saying that's all I ask is just please, just hit the like button. I mean, and that's that show engagement. Just hit the like button. I'm not gonna sit up here and like preachy, and I'm not being cynical. I'm just asking. And if for those who already hit it, this is not for you. I'm just saying this is why us as content creators ask during the live, because it helps. It helps with the algorithms. The likes are very important, not just the commentary. Not just the videos, the likes. When you hit the like, it does something in the algorithms. It puts you more in a suggested column. it helps with the recommends. So it's literally, those are some of the main factors that go into videos. The likes, it activates something in the algorithm. So that's something that I know, and you could just respectfully, I have to stop. Just look, Mike, Brooklyn to Cali, you one of my snipers. Do me a favor. Get Tony Schultz out of here, man. Block him. It is what it is. I'll get another subscriber. Somebody will subscribe to cover your loss. So whatever.
After exiting Def Jam, Jay-Z launched his renowned talent management company, Roc Nation, in 2008, which marked the foundation of what would become his multi-billion-dollar empire. However, just like with Dame Dash, building this meant Jay-Z had to outmaneuver others. Early on, Roc Nation found success by signing J. Cole and partnering with Sony Music. The company expanded beyond music, managing athletes and venturing into different industries. What set Roc Nation apart was its hybrid model. It wasn't just a label, but a talent agency that could function like one when needed. Jay-Z recognized the potential but sought quicker expansion to solidify Roc Nation's place in the industry. One strategy he used was stepping into quote-unquote save artists in difficult situations, generating positive publicity for both the artist and his brand at the cost of other people. One of the most notable examples is Lil Wayne. Back in 2008, Jay-Z attempted to sign Lil Wayne to Rockefeller, but Wayne stayed loyal to Birdman and Cash Money. Years later, as Wayne faced legal battles with Birdman over unpaid royalties and other financial issues, Jay-Z stepped in to offer support. Wayne even publicly thanked Jay for helping him pay off his $7 million tax debt, making Birdman look like the villain in their dispute. The timing was perfect. Jay-Z was launching Tidal, his music streaming service, and Wayne's support for the platform seemed like a favor in return. Although Wayne eventually reconciled with Birdman, the narrative of Jay-Z as his savior stuck, further boosting Jay's image as someone who helps artists in crisis. This wasn't an isolated incident, as Jay used a similar playbook with Lil Uzi Vert. Uzi, stuck in a frustrating situation with Generation Now during the highly anticipated rollout of his Eternal Atake album, publicly aired his grievances on social media. Uzi's follow-up to Love Is Rage 2 was one of the most anticipated projects, but kept on getting pushed back, in part to leaks and issues with his label. However, that all changed when Uzi announced his partnership with Roc Nation. Even Billboard described Jay-Z's strategy, stating, "When an artist is having problems with his or her record label, there seems to be only one phone call to make, and that's to rap superhero Jay-Z and the folks over at Roc Nation." In came Jay-Z and Roc Nation, with Uzi tagging the company in a post saying they helped him get back to recording. Roc Nation signed Uzi, framing the deal as Jay-Z rescuing another artist from an unfair contract. But DJ Drama, who was involved with Uzi's original label, later pushed back, claiming the narrative was unfair and exaggerated. Drama even suggested that Roc Nation's PR team was behind the story being published to Billboard, positioning Jay-Z as the hero while making Uzi's previous label look like a villain, a move eerily reminiscent of how Jay-Z handled the Lil Wayne situation. And now, Drama has been vocal about how it played out and portrayed him as the villain of the story.
Roc Nation saves Lil Uzi, get the out of here. We all love Hove. I don't know who handles the PR or Roc Nation. The story shouldn't have been painted in that manner. It was unfair to us. It wasn't kosher.
Megan Thee Stallion is yet another artist who found herself wrapped in Jay-Z's web of quote-unquote support. When Megan faced legal issues with her label over a 360 deal, Roc Nation stepped in, advising her through the legal battle and ultimately signing her to their management team. Then came the high-profile incident with Tory Lanez, where Megan was allegedly shot by the rapper. Roc Nation stood by Megan during the controversy, further enhancing their image as protectors of artists in distress. Megan's career soared after this, with major hits alongside Beyonce and Cardi B and multiple Grammy wins. Once again, Jay-Z positioned himself as a savior, but it was clear that Roc Nation's involvement had a deeper motive, boosting their own brand while leaving others, like Megan's original label, in this case rightfully, to take the blame. In all these cases, Jay-Z's pattern is clear. Step in when an artist is vulnerable, help them out of their predicament, and in the process, enhance his own influence and reputation. Whether it's paying off debts, navigating label disputes, or stepping into the middle of a public controversy, Jay-Z's actions are less about altruism and more about opportunism and securing deals and narratives that favor Roc Nation at every turn. Not only that, Jay-Z has always portrayed himself as a hustler who worked his way to the top, but behind the scenes, his rise to power is filled with calculated moves and questionable alliances. One of the clearest examples is his relationship with Desiree Perez, a key figure in his inner circle and current CEO of Roc Nation. While Perez is known for securing major deals for Jay-Z's empire, such as Beyonce's Formation Tour and Rihanna's Samsung partnership, her past as a government informant complicates the story. Perez has had a pretty spotty past involving major drug-related crimes. However, she avoided a lengthy prison sentence by cooperating with the DEA to convict major cocaine traffickers. Desiree Perez's criminal history resurfaced when 6ix9ine publicly called out Meek Mill, a Roc Nation Egyptian artist for associating with someone who had cooperated with the government, highlighting the hypocrisy within Jay's own camp. Because while rappers like Meek uphold the importance of street loyalty, they continue to work under someone who broke those very rules. Despite all this, Jay-Z continued to support Perez, and in 2021 she received a full pardon from Donald Trump, a move that only deepened the contradictions surrounding her role. For Jay-Z, Perez is more than just a fixer, she's part of his strategy. From handling high-profile deals to navigating legal issues, Perez has been instrumental in expanding Roc Nation's reach, even if it meant sacrificing the loyalty Jay-Z claims to value. Jay-Z's ability to capitalize on Perez's skills while turning a blind eye to her past showcases his knack for cutting deals and hustling his way to the top, even if it leaves his credibility hanging in the balance. Ultimately, the question is clear. Is Jay-Z's loyalty to the streets just another hustle, one that he manipulates for personal gain? Well, his connection to Perez suggests that his game is far from clean. It's calculated, it's strategic, and it's just one more chapter in his ongoing legacy of outsmarting his competition, even if it means bending the very rules he claims to follow. Now, the company has broken through into the industry, and they now
I'm gonna leave that one right there because I gotta get out of here. But Jay-Z, he's calculated, man. Even I mean, he said he do business like the whites, and it's I mean it's true because in this corporation, which we call America, this capitalistic system, is dog eat dog. It's cutthroat. It's backstabbing. It's whoever gets there first. If I got to step on you to get there, that's what's gonna happen. If I gotta cut your throat to save myself, it's gonna happen. He's just doing business how business is done. But he did a lot of stuff to the artists too. Brought everybody the title, then wound up selling it. Now he's selling it to a fucking dude. Forgot who I think he was the owner of a team or some shit like this, something, whatever the case may be somebody do. And plus all of the staff that was there when he had title they wasn't people from the urban demographic, and he just sold it. Even with the Brooklyn Nets, I know people personally that sold their house. Some got forced out downtown Brooklyn. Everything. I mean, it downtown Brooklyn looks beautiful. It was grungy, grimy. I'm not gonna get into those stories, but that Barclays Center, it looks beautiful. I've been inside there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people lost a lot. Like a lot of people lost a lot. Their house that they had for like 3 generations. So it was a lot of stuff, man. And they used Jay-Z. People did not want to give up their homes, their houses, and everything because the old Brooklyn train yard on Atlantic Avenue, they had all the trains stored there. You know, it was businesses, but it was like in the middle of the street, real long. It took like 4 or 5 blocks or whatever the case would be on is that Atlantic Avenue or Flatbush Avenue? Atlantic Avenue. So, but people lost a lot, and they used him to be the face of this movement, and to bring the Nets to Brooklyn. It would be a good job, a good thing for people. It did bring jobs. I'm gonna say it didn't bring any jobs, but still, they used Jay-Z as the face of it. He owned less than 1%. He was there as the so-called owner of the Nets for maybe 18 months, whatever the duration was, and then he just cut that shit like this. You know what I mean? So it's it's some underhanded stuff that's going on here, man. And the shit that happened with the Haven, I'm supposed to play that clip with the Haven, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. He was locked up. Allegedly, according to the Haven, he was locked up. Jay-Z got caught stealing DeHaven's money, and DeHaven's one of his right hand mans beat the shit out of Jay-Z. Was about to kill him, shot at him and everything. Was literally going to kill him. Why you stealing money from him? And when DeHaven came home or some shit like that, Jay-Z seen DeHaven around the dude that tried to kill him. So you mad at DeHaven, according to him, that's his story. So you mad at DeHaven because his man that was about to kill you, but he didn't on the strength of the Haven, you get mad because he caught you stealing from him? Like, it don't make sense. You was being grimy. You stole from the dude, according to the Haven. And then you come out and say the dude was a snitch in all his songs just to make him look some kind of way, knowing that the paperwork shows otherwise. You know what I'm saying? It shows otherwise. And this shit about to cut off anyway, which is good. Just Kat said I was being rude. I was not being rude, love. All I just was asking just to please hit the like button, and some of y'all just didn't, even when y'all hear me say it. So I'm like, well, goddamn, help a motherfucker out. Hit the like button. So that's it. Just hit the like button. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Like, come on now. So with that being said, I love y'all. For those who stood here that still likes me, I like you too. Just hit the like button. Ain't gonna hurt you. I'm out this motherfucker. Got to work tomorrow.